So I'm at Portland International Airport, just waiting another 45 minutes to board a plane to go to my old hometown, Washington, D.C. Come on, any minute now. Waiting here for like half an hour. We're finally boarding! Finally alright in Baltimore! Beautiful morning here in Silver Spring, where we're staying in an upstairs apartment because, you know, it was free, it was offered to us. And yeah, it's a pretty nice place. Interesting, like, early to mid 20th century architecture. And over there, look, there's Sweden. So we're actually going to be leaving soon for a tour of the Capitol building, which is interesting. I've actually never really been there. I've been to the White House on a first grade field trip, but never to the Capitol actually, so this is pretty exciting. Hang on, I'll put a shirt on. Oh, perfect, my Colorado shirt in Washington, D.C. Thanks, Movie Magic. Oh my god, this place is huge. Look at that, there's a statue over there too. Look, there's an astronaut over there. The headphones are just playing whatever she's saying back there. That is the compass turn of Washington, D.C. That was north. That's where all roads in Washington, D.C. are based off of. To be fair, they're working on it up there, but yeah. Golden trash cans? This is the United States, not the United Arab Emirates.
Gift shop.
We are currently in the Library of Congress. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is a beautiful building.
Is this something?
I used to live in this city. How have I never been here before? This is an unusual Jaguar. You can look through the mouth and see, yep, there it is. Right there, directly in through the ear hole. Let's see if you can see the opposite. Almost through the other ear. Yeah, you can see through the other ear right here. Hey look, it's the Ukrainian flag. Sort of. This is a feather print made by a tribe in Peru. Wow, so you can see this hyper-realistic image of the Great Hall, or you could just see it. The beautiful marble columns and the paintings and all that. And look, even the fire extinguisher boxes are fancy. So many people. Look, they're actually building a new monument to USC's grant. We are here in the beautiful statue gardens with this beautiful, amazing several spout fountain. There's no waiting allowed. Does that necessarily prohibit swimming? You know, that would be a good place to live, except, you know, I think the builders might have forgotten this thing called the third dimension at the we're at the Museum of Natural History, and Oh my god, there's a huge elephant right there. If you watched Matthew Santoro's videos, you might have already heard about the pygmy jerboa. And here's the lesser Egyptian jerboa, right here. I'm not sure if it's actual size or not, but either way, it's still adorable. I always used to ride the DC Metro for fun when I was little and back when I lived in Washington, D.C. Now I'm actually going to use it to get somewhere. There's a familiar smell. Hey Portland, look at this. Look at these things. These things are called fare gates. They're to make sure people actually pay to get on the train. It's weird. In Washington, D.C., basically just about all the museums are free with admission, but you have to pass through security, which is actually not that hard, but still, it's an interesting transition. And when I said you had to pass through security to get into museums, I was not joking. This is probably the building that at least helped spark my childhood and still current obsession with space. If you saw my 10 amazing facts about Hubble video, you may recall that I said that the Hubble Space Telescope is absolutely huge. Oh, this is just a 1:5 model. This is actual size. That is 13 meters of space telescope.
Space camera, did you not learn anything from making that video, KhAnubis?
This is a model of the Soyuz, what they currently use to get the astronauts to the International Space Station, and the Apollo spacecraft, which is what they used to use to get astronauts to space, and what they used to transport the astronauts to the moon. Now you can see it's pretty huge, but imagine for a second, you're living in it for probably up to a week and a half at a time. It's bound to feel pretty small and cramped in there, especially with all the instruments and all that. This is Yuri Gagarin, or at least a picture of him, the first man in space. And after his mission in 1961, he was actually so protected and so valuable to the Soviet Union that the Soviet government would barely even let him on a regular airplane. Yet the ironic thing is, in the 80s, he actually died testing out an airplane. He died somewhere over Texas. This is the interior of the lunar lander, although to tell you the truth, I wouldn't really want to have windows that small when I'm landing a spacecraft. Just saying. See the rockets over there? And there's the entrance. Wow.
Waste management, travel retention device, travel
That would be not very good. Thankfully, this just may wait on Jupiter. No. There we go. And of course, Earth. So last year when I was here, I visited the other Air and Space Museum called Udvar-Hazy, and this is a 1 to 150 scale of what it looks like with all the little planes inside, and the Space Shuttle Discovery and all the little space probes. We're stopped here waiting for my uncle to pick us up at a Dunkin' Donuts, and I just noticed this little thing with the door handles. You know, this is the DC Metro station we were just at. And I mean, look at this. This is freaking huge. I mean, you know, stations like this make the MAX stations back in Portland look like bus stops. I mean, you've seen those. I mean, if you Google Portland MAX station, you'll see what I'm talking about. I mean, those little stations make these huge stations look like airports. Or, well, maybe more like actual train stations. So I guess when bike racks don't suffice, you just rent bike lockers? Wow. I'm at my aunt's and uncle's house for dinner at Maryland's, and I managed to find myself a hammock. This guy was full. This is the closest thing we have to a beach in DC. I'm gonna muster up the balls to go into, well, the balls. I'm gonna hide under here. I don't want to know about the world anymore. Just cover me up. Well, this was a bad idea. Seriously, how are you supposed to move in this? And now to figure out how to remove these things. We got a table that's right by the kitchen, so now we can tell if the food's fake or not. You may think this is a restaurant in South Carolina or something. Nope, this is in a mall in Virginia. Just finished up with dinner with relatives, and now we're gonna go to the Easter market, assuming Siri doesn't F this up. Okay, well, we made it, somehow, I think. Okay, we're in the coldest shade, but we need to get over there. Just go through the sunshade, alright? Ah, shade again, yes! Hey, look, the traffic cleared up. There's one. Okay. Ready for this? Ready for this? Okay. Last day on the East Coast. Leave tomorrow morning. Last time for a while, be able to hear the sound of nature. Last few hours on the East Coast, heading back to Portland just before we pass through security. Okay, I'm no plant biologist or anything, but there's no way those huge pickles have just 25 calories. Check out my amazing view of the wing. Well, yeah. It's a pretty good view of Idaho. Here's the reason we come to Oregon. Look at that beautiful mountain right there. And I will see you next Wednesday in the VidCon vlog. Not next Sunday, because I'm still going to be coming back by a Sunday probably, but yeah, expect it by Wednesday. Oh, why do I even bother unpacking? I'm just going to leave in 3 days anyway.